Greetings everyone, this is Mozart. This is gonna be my second MAS vlog. Let's get right into it. Number one, how did the accident happen? It was a head-on collision. Number two, when did the accident happen? It was in the second quarter of 2015. Number three, where did the accident happen? So that is the accident spot right there. This particular street is called the Asif Jahi Road. Over there is the modern government maternity hospital, and over there is the Purana Pul. The landmark next to the accident site is the HP gas station. Number four, why did the accident happen? So one afternoon, while returning from work, I was running low on fuel. So I decided I would refuel at this particular gas station. I was coming from the Purana Pul side, headed towards the maternity hospital. Now, one thing I want you guys to keep in mind with regards to the terrain of this particular area is that when you're coming out of this gas station onto the main road, this corner here becomes a blind corner. So after refueling at the third dispenser over there, I approached the main road and I prepared to merge with it. I was looking at the oncoming traffic to make sure that it was safe to merge. Now, after merging, I noticed a motorcycle heading in my direction at a pretty high speed. Now, obviously, this person was riding on the wrong side of the road, so I tried to steer away from them. But even then, that person was headed straight towards me. Now, most likely what happened was that person on the motorcycle panicked when he saw me and he became fixated on me. This is what you call target fixation. And the next thing I know, bang, head-on collision. Now, because I was at a much lower speed, I actually managed to get off my scooter before I could experience the full force of the impact. But in the corner of my eyes, I noticed the other person fly off his motorcycle. Now, this crash was a massive shock to me. I remember I went to the side and I just sat down, trying to recover from the shock. There were a couple of bystanders who helped pick up my scooter and bring it to the side. And once I regained my senses, I checked myself for injuries. Thankfully, I did not have any. I wanted to check the culprit for his injuries, but the culprit was nowhere to be found. The bystanders told me that the culprit actually fled the scene. So I asked whether any of them happened to note down the number plates of the culprit's motorcycle, and to my surprise, they told me that the culprit's motorcycle did not have any plates. So at that moment, I knew for a fact that there would not be any point in going to the cops. But thankfully, since I was completely fine, I did not have any injuries, there was no need to go to the cops. I then examined my scooter for damages. The front wheel was bent, the front fender and the front cowling of the scooter was damaged as well, but the scooter was still in rideable condition. So the next thing I did was I called up my uncle and I asked him to come help me out. From here, we went to a nearby Honda service center, and I dropped off my scooter there and I called up my insurance company and filed a claim. And so within about a week, I got back my scooter completely restored. It was as good as new. Number five, what can be done to prevent such an accident? So like my first motorcycle accident, this is one of those situations where under normal circumstances, even if you were careful enough, you would still get into an accident because of the other person's stupidity. In my case, the culprit was riding on the wrong side of the road. He obviously did not care about his own life, let alone other people's lives. Signal jumpers are another group of idiots who have the same suicidal tendencies as the wrong side riders or drivers. And I absolutely hate these two groups of people among many other violators of traffic rules. So the thing that I learned from this experience was you have to be extra aware of your surrounding terrain, especially when there are blind corners. Always expect someone or something to suddenly pop out of nowhere. And whenever you see wrong side riders or drivers, try to move away from them because there is no telling when they will suddenly steer into you. And try to ride as defensively as possible so that you don't end up paying for someone else's mistake. Alright, so this is the Purana Pul. I have to slow down here because the gas station is right on the left. And I refuel at the third dispenser right over here. After refueling, I proceed to the main road and I prepare to merge with it. I look at the oncoming traffic to make sure that it is safe to merge, and as soon as I merge, I see the culprit coming at me at a pretty high speed, and bam, that's your head-on collision. And this is the Modern Government Maternity Hospital.